Hello there, welcome back to the Chap's Guide. My name is Ash and I am your host on this journey through men's style, self-development and personal grooming. Now today I'm throwing in an additional video this week. I don't normally do 3 in the week, but somebody's written to me and I feel I want to offer them some support and answer the question that they send me. And this question comes from Brad Hardy. And he writes to me with this conundrum and a number of questions which I will address as we go along. So Brad has written me to say that with his wedding in Australia around the corner, he says, and I'll use his words, "I am seeking your expert advice. The event will take place next month in what promises to be warm weather. For the occasion, I have selected a navy suit and a white dress shirt, which I've linked below." So I'll throw an image here of the suit which he's selected. It's from Peter Jackson's, which is a made-to-measure suit sort of company. And he also says here he has opted to pair the suit with dark brown RM Williams Chelsea boots, a popular choice in Australia, as we know. The wedding will be near the beach, although not directly on the sand. And Brad has asked me a number of questions. Now, the first of which is the navy suit suitable for the summer weather that we anticipate at the time of the wedding? Now, of course, I would describe the navy suit, and I've got an image of it here so I can look at it as I'm saying this. The navy suit which Brad has selected, I would say broadly falls into the category of, you know, it's kind of a business suit. It's a general purpose navy coloured 2-piece notch lapel, 2-button suit. It's practically functional for pretty much any job that you can put a suit to work at, really. I mean, I would say, yeah, it is functional and capable of being worn as a wedding suit. Is it special? I would say it's a pretty standard business type suit. Now, if you're buying it especially for the wedding, you know, maybe there are other options you might want to explore, but equally, there's absolutely nothing wrong in getting married in a suit like this. As is often the case, the devil is in the detail. It's kind of a blank canvas, a navy suit. You can jazz it up. It's about those details, particularly in a wedding, in the way that you will enliven that suit. So what else does he say? "I've decided against wearing a tie as I prefer the tieless look. Is this appropriate for a beach-themed wedding?" Well, getting married and not wearing a tie. If you don't wear a tie to a wedding, when are you going to wear a tie? It is just about one of the more formal situations in life that a gentleman may find himself attending. And you've thrown up quite a juxtaposition because you're wearing what I would describe as quite a formal, business formal type suit. You're going to wear an open collar white shirt. It is arguing, it's somewhat incongruous with the clothing to dress it down in style for the event that you're attending. Now, firstly, I would say there's nothing wrong with any of your decisions. All right, it's your wedding. You can dress as you wish. What I would say is that if you're not going to wear a tie to your wedding day, you know, when are you ever going to wear one? The obvious answer, or the obvious question I would pose to you in maybe deciding if it's appropriate is, what is the bride going to wear? Now, if the bride is wearing a dress of some kind, I'm going to guess she is, maybe it's a wedding dress, as formal a suit of clothing that a woman can ever wear, the wedding dress, you know, are you going to look out of place alongside your beautiful wife wearing a wedding dress if you're wearing an open collared shirt? That's maybe the question which will answer your conundrum. What I would say is that the suit that you're wearing is quite a blank canvas, so you can wear a tie there, which you perhaps wouldn't wear in ordinary day life. Now, a very common type of tie to wear to a wedding is a silver tie. I think they go fabulously on a wedding day. It's a traditional sort of wedding colour, the silver. Might go with, you know, the dress of your good lady wife, if, you know, they are going to be in a similar vein of colour. But it's up to you. I'm not saying you should wear a tie. It's just more common practice, and you may feel more comfortable in the years ahead when you look back at the images if you do wear a tie. That's what I'm saying. The alternative, of course, is to go for something a little bit more avant-garde. So let us say you want to, you know, strike a signature appearance, because you know the tie, maybe you associate it with the office, it's not something you want to do. Why not try a cravat instead? Maybe something, again, the colour in keeping with the clothing or the bouquet or whatever that your wife is going to wear. It gives you an alternative. Don't just have the open collar. It's a nothingness then, isn't it? There's nothing there at all. White shirt is as plain as can be. You want something which will enliven the outfit. And at the very least, you know, you need to be wearing a pocket square, a boutonniere, something. If you're not going to wear a tie, you need something that's going to draw the eye. Otherwise, you're going to look like somebody who's wandered out of the office at lunchtime rather than somebody who's attending the best day of your life. The other question you pose here, I plan to have the suit pants, trousers, tailored and the belt loops removed for a cleaner look. What are your thoughts on the alteration? I'm fully for it. The only thing I would say, if you're having the belt loops removed, you need to make sure that the trousers are going to fit you well. So an alternative, if you're having the loops removed, at the same time as you're having that done at the tailors, have some side tabs fitted to those trousers so that you can control the grip of the trousers around your waist, because you know you'll be a lucky person if you find a pair of trousers that fit you perfectly around the waist. We all fluctuate in the size of our waist depending on our level of hydration, the amount of weight that we're carrying. Things vary all the time, so you need some way of keeping those trousers snug. I would go with a side tab. I understand what you're saying, you don't want a belt, it breaks up the look of the trousers. Lots of people agree with you on that front. I am one of them, you know, but belts are actually there for a practical purpose, keeping your trousers up. If you remove the belt, you need to put something else in place. If you're getting married at a warm time of the year, you're likely to take your jacket off, maybe in the reception, hence you don't want to wear braces. So you need some other practical route to keeping your trousers snug. Side tabs is the way to go. Last question. I am considering what watch to wear for the big day. Currently, I own a black dial 39mm ceramic bezel Longines Hydro Conquest dive watch. Whilst a great timepiece, I'm leaning towards something more timeless. My options are a 38.5mm Orient Bambino with a white dial, or a Tudor Black Bay 36mm blue or black dial. Okay, so I see the Tudor as a lifelong investment due to its elegance and understated charm. Do you feel the Tudor would be the best option, or do you think my Longines is a suitable option? So let's have a look. I've got a couple of images of them here. Let's have a look. The Longines Hydro Conquest. It is a classic dive watch in the classical style, not dissimilar. I mean, it obviously is a derivative of the sort of Rolex Submariner look, black bezel, black dial, and white numbers. So, yeah, quite elegant watch. Let's have a look. What size did you say? 39mm. It's not huge. I don't know the depth of that watch off the top of my head, but I do agree with you. It's clearly a functional sports watch. So if you're wearing a suit and you're going for quite a classic, elegant look, you can still wear the functional sport watch. You know, James Bond wears his Omegas with his suits, no problem at all. He's, you know, blazed the trail for the rest of us. But I get what you're saying. You want something a little bit more sleek and stylish for the big day. Of the options you have given, quite a massive change, variation there. The Bambino, fantastic watch, 38.5mm, a classically elegant dress watch. Can't go wrong with that one. With a white dial, it's going to look beautiful. It's perfect. Also not very expensive for an automatic wristwatch. You can probably get that one for, I don't know, under £200 in this day and age. I'm not sure of the prices right now, but they are very affordable. The other watch you suggest is propelling you up into what, £2,000 to £3,000 category. The Tudor Black Bay, 36mm in black or blue dial. Absolutely classically beautiful watch, you know, very similar in its appearance to something like the Rolex Explorer, for instance. Yeah, either of those watches are going to be beautiful. If you are going for that pure dress watch aesthetic, yet still want a great automatic watch which will last, you know, the decades, the Bambino is going to be easily achievable for, I don't know, £200. If you want to really go for it and invest money in a watch that's going to last forever, the Tudor Black Bay 36 in, say, a black dial, it's always going to be en vogue. It's always going to be timelessly elegant. If you have it in 50 years time, it's still going to look great, it's still going to work great, but it's going to cost a heck of a lot more money, 10 times the cost of your Bambino. You could go for the Bambino, keep that as your special dress watch. Think of it as the watch you wore on your wedding day, and on future occasions when you wear a suit, you will always harken back to that special occasion. If you do want a watch which will be, you know, with you forever, the Tudor Black Bay is going to be the option to go for. So my gut feeling, for me, I like a good dress watch, particularly on a day like a wedding day. I'd be leaning towards the Orient Bambino as a beautifully classic, timeless watch. But, you know, we're all different. As I say, I'm only giving you a steer with the way that I would go. You've put here, you've put a photograph of yourself in a visual casual outfit for elegance. Now, I'm going to kind of incorporate one of my am I a chap situations here, just to unpack the outfit, because some of these elements, I note, are what you're going to be wearing in your wedding day. So, ground up, an R.M. Williams Chelsea boot. Now, R.M. Williams are very famous boot, particularly in Australia. They are designed as a kind of dress boot come light work boot. They are made of leather, they're Goodyear welted. Most of them have a solid rubber sole, you know, like a day-night type sole. I really like the R.M. Williams boot. I've actually thought about buying one many times, but I've always been subverted really back towards a kind of more traditional Chelsea boot with laces. I don't love the chucker boot rather with laces, not Chelsea boot. The Chelsea boot with the elasticated pull-up never really rung my bell, but it's an, you know, it's an Australian icon, and I understand why you're choosing to get married in them. You know, so beautiful boot, synonymous with Australia. I can understand why you would choose to wear it. Looking at the outfit you've sent, you're wearing a pair of khaki chinos with quite a tapered leg, quite a slim fit leg, a skinny fit leg, I would say. It's less than complimentary to most people, because, you know, it makes you look like a maybe like you know, a golf club, a lollipop, you know, this thin little thing coming out of the bottom. I don't love the extreme taper on a pair of trousers. I think they're less classical. They certainly don't hold a crease. They don't look elegant. So from my sort of personal point of view, I like the break on these trousers. They finish just right on the Chelsea boot, but I think I would go for more of a regular cut on the trouser, because I think it would be more flattering, particularly as you're choosing to wear these trousers in a sort of semi-formal ensemble of clothing. If you're wearing them just casually working in the garden, I'd go for it. The taper doesn't matter. But if you're going for a more semi-formal, you're wearing a sports jacket with it, you got to be careful. It's, you know, not proportionate. Moving up, you know, you've got a leather belt. The leather will match with the leather of your shoe. Classic, elegant continuity. It's what we want to see. The sports jacket, of course I can only see a small amount of the sports jacket, but I like the colour of the jacket. It's a notch lapel, single-breasted sports jacket. Yeah, a very good, very commonly seen coloration fit between the khaki trouser and the navy sports jacket. It's very smart, smart casual. And a white open collared shirt, as you have described, that you would like to choose to wear for your wedding day. Nothing wrong with it. The only thing I would say is, this is how you dress habitually on a day-to-day basis. Why don't you step it up a bit for the wedding day? You know, you've gone to the extent of ordering a suit made to measure. Now you're talking about, you know, choosing not to wear a tie with it. Entirely your choice, but think about the tie. Think about an ascot, cravat. Certainly you need to be wearing a pocket square if we're not wearing a tie, because we need some colour here on the upper half of the body. You may be wearing a you know, a boutonniere as part of the wedding situation, which would be typically made of the same flowers that your wife's bouquet is, but that's what I would be saying. Go for something where you at least have some colour. It's your wedding day. You can do anything you want, but a little bit of colour, you can get away with a lot on the big day. So there we go, kind of an am I a chap throw in there as well. A nice smart casual outfit. Could be a little bit more classic if the trouser was a little bit more natural in the hang, but you're looking good, sir. I wish you all the very best for your nuptials. I'm surely it's going to be the best day of your life. I know my wedding day was, and you will never forget it. So choose clothes that you don't ever want to forget. The last thing you ever want to do is look back at the clothing you wore on your wedding day in 15 years' time and say to yourself, I wish I'd done something different. Think carefully, deeply about it now and avoid the regret. So there we go. I hope you have enjoyed this Am I a Chap come wedding advice for a gentleman who's shortly to tie the knot. If you have, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, subscribe. If you'd like to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee, you can become a patron and benefit from the additional Patreon's videos that I make for my folks over there. Everything you need to know about that is in the show notes below. If you'd like to send me an image from me to critique on my Am I a Chap series, or a question in general about lifestyle or the way that you attire yourself on your life journey, you will find my email address on the screen now. Send me those images, send me those questions, and I will serve you well. So until the next time, take care, and I will see you again very soon.